Shalom. This video by Hebrew Through the Bible is about the lamed-yod verbs in Biblical Hebrew. In this weak verb group, a yod is the historical third root consonant. Here you see 5 common lamed-yod verbs: gimel lamed-yod, kuf nun-yod, bet nun-yod, resh aleph-yod, ayin sin-yod. Many lexicons and grammar books call them lamed-heh verbs instead. Here we see how the root gimel lamed-yod is listed in Brown-Driver-Briggs Lexicon. We see the kal-katal third masculine singular form gala. There's no trace of the third root consonant yod. With the help of the paradigm, I want to show you now the behaviors of lamed-yod verbs that are the same in all stems. Behavior number 1. Compared to the strong verb, whenever the yod would stand at the end of the verb form, it is not visible but replaced by the vowel consonant he. As we saw on the previous slide, that occurs in katal third masculine singular. This is the citation form in lexicons and vocabulary lists. You see in kal gala, nifal nigla, pl gila, puel gula, hitpael hitgala, hifil higla, hufal hogla. The same occurs in yiktol first common singular. That is, that we have a vowel consonant he at the end of the verb form, as well as second masculine singular, third feminine singular, and in first person common plural, as well as third person masculine singular. The vowel consonant is he. The vowel before may either be kamatz male, as in katal, or segol male, as in yiktol. We also see this phenomenon in the imperative masculine singular. Here, the vowel before the vowel consonant he is a tsere. Also, infinitive absolute. Where in some cases, as in pa'al okal and nifal, we see cholem male at the end, or tsere male, as possibly in nifal, in pl, hifil, and hufal. Then also in the participle masculine singular. These are all examples in which the verb form, based on the strong verbs, ends without a suffix. In the lamed-yod verbs, the yod is not visible, but replaced by the vowel consonant he. Second behavior. Whenever the suffix on the verb begins with a consonant, the yod is preserved in the verb form, but functions as a vowel consonant. You see this in katal, first common singular, in katal, second masculine singular, in katal, second feminine singular, in katal, first common plural, second masculine plural, and second feminine plural. As well as in the imperative feminine plural. And I skipped that. Yiktol, second feminine plural, and third feminine plural. Now, what they all have in common, all these forms, is that the suffix on the verb begins with a consonant. And in all cases, the yod is preserved, not as a consonant, but as a mater lectionis, as a vowel consonant. Here, for example, in Pa'al Katal, first common singular, galiti, chirik male, galita, galit, galinu, gelitem, geliten. Yod is visible. That is important for parsing because we actually see the complete root, gimel lamed yod in this case. But the yod functions as a vowel consonant, not as a consonant. Tigleina in Yiktol, the vowel before the yod is in each case a segol, as well as in the imperative feminine plural. Behavior number 3. Whenever the suffix on the verb is or begins with a vowel, the yod drops completely. The suffix is therefore directly attached to the second root consonant. We have this in Katal, third common plural. In Yiktol, second feminine singular. Yiktol, third masculine plural. Imperative feminine singular. Imperative masculine plural. Participle feminine singular. Participle masculine plural. And participle feminine plural. The yod has dropped completely because the suffix that is attached to the verb form is a vowel itself. And in every case, throughout the verbal system, in all the stems again, the yod has dropped and the suffix, the verbal suffix is attached directly to the second root consonant. Then there are additional forms. And very strange form is katal, third person feminine singular. Galeta, nigleta, gileta, guleta, hitgaleta, higleta, hogleta. In this form, we see that the yod dropped off, but there's an additional tav between the second root consonant and the third person feminine singular suffix kamatzmale. Another additional form I want to point out is the infinitive construct. Here, the yod drops, but as an added suffix appears, that is the suffix chole maletav, gelot, higalot, galot, hitgalot, haglot, and there is no such form in Hufal. In the passive participle of kal, as we know, the passive participle of kal occurs only here in kal. We have the regular forms, masculine singular, masculine plural, feminine plural. Now this is a very special case because this is the only place within the paradigm in which the yod actually appears as a consonant, as the third root consonant. It is not dropped. It doesn't change to a vowel consonant. It does not become a hey or a yod, that yod as a vowel consonant or hey as a vowel consonant. We have in the passive participle of kal the forms galui, geluya, geluyim, geluyot. In comparison to the four Yiktol forms that end in a vocalic hey, That is first person common singular, second masculine singular, third feminine singular, and first person common plural, Vayiktal drops this syllable. The four verb forms end with the second root consonant instead. Vayiktal, third masculine singular, Vayigel. Third feminine singular, Vatigel. Second masculine singular, Vatigel. And first common singular, Vaegel. We call this dropping of the hey apocopation. If the form appears in, that is the Vayiktal form, if it appears in one of the derived stems, then apocopation will also occur. The jussives, jussive, third masculine singular, third feminine singular, and second masculine singular, drop the vocalic hey. The form is apocopated, and therefore the jussives end on the second root consonant, yiven, tiven, and tiven. You can find the direct link to the full paradigm and to the summary of lamed-yod verbs on my website, Hebrew Through the Bible. The link is in the description to this video. Thank you very much for watching.